I didn't want to spy on Mia, but I couldn't ignore this matter either. So I requested a day off and took Mia to the amusement park in Ancol. I was hoping if we hung out together long enough, she would open up and tell me what was in her mind. We played the whole day. I was glad to see her enjoying the rides, to see her laughing again. At dinner, I finally asked her, "So what have you been doing lately?" "Not much. Grocery, cooking," she said, and she paused. It seemed she wanted to say something, but reluctant. Suddenly her smile was gone. "What is it? Are you okay? We're in this together. There's nothing you need to hide from me," I encouraged her to speak up. "I have been having nightmares since I visited Peter's power plant. In that nightmare, the whole thing exploded and a lot of people died. At first, I thought it was only a nightmare, but those nightmares kept on coming. They seemed so real. So I visited the power plant a couple of times. I even visited some of the houses around the power plant. I pretended to be a reporter and asked the residents about how they felt about the power plant. I implicitly suggested that they move out," she said. "Don't you think it is too impulsive? It is only a nightmare," I said. "No, these particular nightmares are very strange. When I visited some of the houses, I saw the same room that I saw in one of the nightmares," she said. "That is creepy," I said. "It is, isn't it?" she agreed. "Yet, I think what you're doing is too dangerous. You should stop visiting that place," I said. "What if it is going to happen? I should at least warn them," Mia argued. "They are poor people. They have nowhere to go. Let's just pray that it won't happen. Besides, it is only a dream," I said. "I can't believe you said that. Just because they are poor, their lives are worthless?" Mia asked. "I didn't say that. What I'm trying to say is, we don't have any solution for them, so we should leave them alone in peace. Telling them that the power plant will explode only agitates them, causing restlessness and worries. They have lived there for many years. They cannot afford to move. Why bother them with a nightmare?" I argue. "You're right. I am no longer rich. I cannot help them. What should I do?" she asked in desperation. "You're a scientist. Can you figure out any weakness in Peter's plant? Maybe you can discuss with him and give him advice," I answered. "No, his plan is plausible. I've been racking my brain trying to figure out weaknesses in his power plant ever since I had those nightmares. However, everything seems to be thought of carefully. The only reason to worry about is nature. Lightning, some of them are extremely powerful. Anything can still happen, in my opinion. That's why I was always against his plan to have direct electrical grid from the power plant to people's houses," Mia said. "I think you really should leave Indonesia and stay abroad for a while. You need rest from this kind of worries," I said. "I don't want to leave this country. This is where I was born, where I belong," she said. "I've been granted a transfer to Hong Kong. Do you want to come with me? I have some connections. I believe some of my customers would be happy to hire you as an engineer. You're smart, hardworking. You'll be able to get a job," he said. "You will leave? Really? I'll miss you. You are my only friend left. You know that I may not visit my power plant anymore, so I can't visit my friends there," she said. "That's why you should come with me to Hong Kong," I persuaded her. "Since you're going to leave, I should be more serious in searching for a rental house," she said. "Why do you choose to live alone in Indonesia? Why can't you join your friends abroad?" I asked. "I don't know," she answered. "Don't say that your heart tells you so," I said. "Maybe it is," she replied. "You're a scientist. You're supposed to listen to your brain more than your heart," I argued. "Should I?" she replied. Her face looked so sad. I was silent for a while, not knowing what to say. Then I realized something and spoke. I've never seen you cry. You've lost everything yet you haven't cried. My father taught me to be tough. He wished I'd follow his footsteps and work in Pertamina. Mining companies are dominated by men. There is no place for a weak woman in that workplace. I should have listened to him. Look at me now. All the savings by my father and grandfather is gone in my generation, all because I listened to my heart. Yet I can't ignore it. Perhaps I am also tired of fighting. If I go abroad, I will start a new life, lots of adjustments, lots of new beginnings. You think I am strong, but I feel very weak. I am not ready for a new start. I am not ready for anything. I can only follow my heart, she said. If you insist on staying behind, I'll find a house for rent for you. I can arrange some people to live with you so you can rent for free because they'll pay for the rent. That way you'll have new friends too, I said. Can you do that? She asked. Yes, absolutely, I replied. That's awesome, thank you, she said. From one point of view, I felt ashamed of myself because I planned to leave behind the woman I cared about. From another point of view, I thought, why should I care for a woman who didn't love me and refused to come along with me? By the way, I agreed to help Bumi connect with Mr. Lung. A client was willing to introduce Bumi to him. Mr. Lung agreed to help. Bumi insisted on searching and paying the rental house for Mia and the bodyguards sent by Mr. Lung. He said that he owed Mia in the past, and it is time for him to return the favor. However, he wanted me to tell Mia that I was the one who found the house. Also, I should conceal the bodyguards' identity and introduce them as art students. What a mess! Now I became a liar to my girlfriend. It was a big house. I introduced Mia to art students from China who would live together with her in that house. They have difficult to remember Chinese names. Fortunately, they have easy to remember nicknames, all one syllable with a vowel O. Don, Bo, Gol, Ho, Lok, Kong, Pol, Hong, and Mo, 9 persons in total. One day I had a lunch with Mo. So, you're the leader of the group, I assume. Not exactly. I am the project leader. My assignment is to be Mia's personal bodyguard. Because I cannot accomplish this mission by myself, a group is assigned to help me. The group's leader is Don, she replied. I see. So how is Mia? I asked. Not good. She is still having nightmares and believes they are real. Yesterday a woman slapped her. I think she deserves it, she said. Why? I asked. Mia told that woman to move out for at least a year. Mia insisted that she should do it to prevent her child from the danger of lightning. That woman was angry because Mia implied that her child might be struck by lightning. She slapped Mia and scolded her. After that incident, Mia was getting calmer, and today she stays home, which is very good for her, said Mo. Poor Mia, I said. When are you going to go to Hong Kong? She asked. December 28th, I answered. I plan to bring her on a tour with us, then we'll take her to China, she said. What? You mean you're going to kidnap her? I asked. She isn't safe here. She believes Gadasan's power plant will explode within a year, right? Then we'll keep her in China for a year. If nothing happens, we'll return her to Indonesia, she said. Kidnapping is illegal, I said. Well, the other day when Mia was walking outside the power plant, Dr. Bara came out and threatened her that if she kept on coming and spread negative rumor about the power plant, he will call the police to escort her to a mental hospital for crazy people. Which do you prefer? She stays in a mental hospital or in China? Asked Mao. My heart sank. I wished Mia wasn't this stubborn and willing to follow me or her friends in America. I didn't like the kidnapping plan. Please don't hurt her, I pleaded. I won't. I understand that Mr. Lung respects her very highly. I still don't see what's so great about her. The group that Mr. Lung assigned to help me is the best among the young groups. I feel honored to lead this group. Whom Mr. Lung respects, I will respect also, she said. Do you think this group can match Garuda Hitam? I asked. Black Hawk? I'm not sure. I heard they are unbeatable, but we have skills and brains. Anything is possible. There is another reason why I think Mr. Lung respects Mia so highly. He is willing to sacrifice his best youth group to rescue Mia. Of course, we don't want to take much risk. If we can avoid Black Hawk, it's the best. That's why, after you've gone, it is time for Mia to move on too. Maybe that way, we won't face Black Hawk and everyone can safely return home to China, she said. I still don't like your plan, but I don't have a better plan. So good luck with your plan, I said. The day before my departure to Hong Kong, I visited Mia. She was very happy to see me. I thought you were busy packing. I'm glad you can visit me. I'll miss you so much. I don't know when we'll see each other again, Mia said. My invitation is always open for you. Come with me to Hong Kong anytime you're ready, I said. Thanks, Isaac, she said. You look much better, I said. I feel better thanks to these new friends. It is so good to be young and full of inspiration. Look at this painting. Hong and her brother Don learned Japanese painting in Japan. This is her painting. It's beautiful. The others are learning music and dance. Now I can see live show every day. Well, live practice to be exact. Here they learn Indonesia's painting, music and dance. They are so lucky to have scholarship like this. Going around the world and learning other nations' cultures, Mia said. We were having a good time that night. The next day, Mia sent me to the airport. And the day after, she and the 9 young bodyguards went out for a trip around Java and Sulawesi. They used the used cheap old cars, 3 cars in total, because they wanted to have enough elbow room for the long journey. They visited Yogyakarta, Borobudur and Prambanan. On December the 31st, they celebrated New Year's Eve in Semarang. 2 hours before midnight, they received a tweet in their handphone. Gadasan's power plant has just exploded.